and welcome to another Music Online UK virtual pub quiz. And it's good to have you all with us today. We've got a few people waiting in the chat already. I can see here we have Ruby and Detective Home, who we've nicknamed Sherlock. And hopefully we'll have another... there's Sophia's just joined the chat as well. So it's great to have you all here now. For anyone who's new today, the way this is going to work is that we will play a little bit of music and then ask some questions about it. And in the, like a normal pub quiz sort of thing, you just have to answer the questions that I ask. I have a little pen and paper pad here to keep scores of who's getting the most points. The first correct answer gets the point. If you're new to this as well, please remember don't repeat back to the beginning, otherwise you won't be able to participate. This is a live stream, so participate at the live moment. And then later, if you miss the beginning, you can always rewind back later. Okay, so we've got a couple of other people. I'm just going to put some names down in our score sheet. So we've got Ruby, we've got Sherlock, Detective Home. We have also Sophia. And Mihak is here. So we'll put down some little names for the score sheets. Rishab is here. Okay. We've got a new person, Rose Gold Fab. Rose Gold. Okay. Anyway. And Dante as well. Dante Martinez. Okay, now, there may be more that come later, and I can always add names later if you score some points. But first of all, I would like you to listen to this piece of music, and if you can, just tell me from what period of music you think it comes. That'd be the Baroque, the classical, romantic, or let's call it contemporary rather than sort of 20th century, because it could be 21st century as well. Okay, so here is your piece of music for today. What period of music does it come from? Okay, now usually when I turn back to the chat after playing a piece of music, there's a whole pile of comments to wade through. But I want to find the first correct answer that's got the correct period of music. So I'm going to have to scroll all the way back to the beginning. And let's have a little look. Okay, someone's saying classical, Detective Home. Dante's saying Baroque. Ruby is saying 20th century. Rishab is Baroque. Mihak is classical. Ruby is going for classical. You're hedging your bets, are you, Ruby? You're saying two possible answers. Sophia, classical. Rheingold Fab, Baroque. Okay. It's very funny, but no one's actually got the right answer yet. Now, I've actually gone through probably 3 of the 4 in these answers of the periods that you could possibly be. So Dante gets the answer. Romantic. That's correct. Where are you here? Yes, Dante gets that. First point for today. Why? There is a good question. Why is it from the romantic period? Yes, and someone's mentioned that the dog... Oh my God, the dog. Don't look at your camera today. Where is she? Sky, come here. We have... Come on. She wants to say hello. You're going to have to come up to the camera though so everyone can see you, all right? Up you come, because you're too low down there. Come on, up you come. I'm trying to get her to come up higher. Come up, come up. She's just sitting on my lap down here, you can't see her. I'm going to have to move the camera because she's just not cooperating. Come on. Up, 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 up. Whilst you're giving... she's just being... Not playing the game, are you? Let's move the camera down a little tiny bit so you can see. Sky, Sky, come here, come here. Right, now this time you should be able to see her. There is a dog there in the bottom of the picture. Anyway, she doesn't want to play today, so... Okay, let's move the camera back to a normal position. If she decides to join us later, that's fine. Right, now, the reasons why you would say the Romantic period, okay? That wasn't really part of the quiz today. I got a great quiz question. It's got nothing to do with music, all right? Now, someone here has said beautiful blue eyes. Well, actually, not quite. I'll come back to that. It'll be our bonus question at the end of the quiz, okay? Right, expressive melody. Would you say that was expressive? I'm not so sure I would call that expressive. This is actually quite a tricky one because a lot of the style of this piece, you could be forgiven for thinking more of a classical period, but actually it is the Romantic, as I have said before. Right, clear melodic line, use of a wide range of dynamics. Well, you'd normally think so in a Romantic piece, but no. It goes from pianissimo to piano on this piece, and that's all there is. There's nothing very, very loud on this. Okay, let's have another listen to it. See if you can find any reasons why you think it might be from the Romantic period. Harry's asking for a replay, so let's do that. Okay, right, now, let's see what we've got in the chat. Yeah, Harry joined later. A wide range of the keyboard. Nothing extraordinary beyond a classical piece, no. Okay, a major key, well that could be any period of music, couldn't it? It's not a waltz. Dissonance, a little bit of dissonance. Okay, I'm going to give you a little bit of a point for Jules there. It's not really dissonance, but some harmonies, so a little bit more advanced maybe than the classical period. So Jules, give you a point there. Okay. Use of diminuendo and crescendo. I'm going to give you a point for that, Ruby. Yeah, why not? March-like figure at the bottom. Modulation harmophonic. Right, now. Yeah, it's quite descriptive. Now this is a thing, all right? Romantic music tends to become more descriptive of a picture rather than classical music, which is completely devoid of necessarily trying to describe something in real life. Now, someone said March. Who was it who said March? Because I'm going to give a point to Sherlock, our detective home, for saying March. It's actually called Marche des Soldats de Bois, March of the Wooden Soldiers, toy soldiers, okay? So in that sense, it's programmatic, that's the word we use, programmatic. It's describing something in real life. And that's what comes in the Romantic period. You don't get so much of in the classical period. It's just pure music for the sake of music, okay? Although you do get some classical pieces like Moonlight Sonata, for example. All right, anyway. Let's have a little look what else we've got on here. Dissonant, jazzy, mix of Texture in some parts, binaural swing rhythm, no. Okay, right, now, let's move on to another question. I've given you that it's the Romantic period. I've actually given you the title, Marche des Soldats du Bois. It was, if anyone did their grades, back in 2017, 2018, a grade 3 piece, grade 3, all right, from that period. Anyone have a guess at the composer? First answer to get the correct composer, not Debussy, no. Who else has got any ideas what composer it might be? I can understand why you said Debussy because it's got a French title, but no. Now, okay, can you forget French composers for a start? Because back in the day, French was a very popular language amongst the aristocracy. In a lot of countries, not just in France. Okay, so Sasson, no. Ravel, no. Schumann, no. Liszt, no. Elgar, no. Schubert, no. Tchaikovsky, Dennis. There we go. Dennis, nice to see you. I don't think you've been part of these quizzes before. But you get the point for the composer. There we go. Right, now, let's move on. Okay, I'm going to draw, because some people might have already answered this question. I'm putting some hashtags in the chat, okay? And the first person who can answer this question after the hashtags gets the point. What is the time signature? What is the time signature? Is it 2/4, 3/4, 4/4, or 6/8? Now, I know it takes a few seconds for the internet delay to catch up sometimes, but let's see who can get the time signature. It's not 4/4, it's not 3/4, it's not 4/4 Ruby. Jules, no, it's not 3/4. Everyone's going for 3/4. Dennis, oh, you're way ahead now in the lead now with double the points of anyone else. You got 2 points. It's 2/4. Now, look, come on. It's called March of the Wooden Soldiers. Marches are always in 2 time. Yeah? There's a clue there. 3/4 tends to be dances and waltzes and minuets and things like that. Okay. Right, let's move on to the next question. Hashtag time. That means no more answers on that question. Anyone under these hashtags. Now, someone's actually answered this, I think, already, but not when I asked the question. I haven't asked the question yet. What tonality, major or minor? First correct answer gets the point. Generally, of course, there are moments that it wanders in and out of. Major, we have Michael, a new entry into the scoreboard. Michael Capecci, I think that says. So, yeah, it's funny how there's a pause after I ask the question because of the internet delay, and then suddenly I get a whole string of answers, one after the other. Like 20 of you said major, major. Okay. Yes, it is Michael first. Now, let's have a little look. Detective Holmes saying you can't hear me. Is anyone else having audio problems? Because it seems like we're getting a lot of people giving the right answers. But anyway, let's have a little recap of the scores. Who's on the scoreboard at the moment? Well, we already said that Dennis has got twice as many points as everyone else. 2 points, that is. But we have Ruby, Sherlock or Detective Home, Dante, Jules and Michael all on 1 point. Okay. All right. You found a problem. You muted your audio. That's not a good plan if you want to hear the questions. Okay. Right. Now, let's go to the next question, which is, can anyone describe the texture of the piece that I just played? Play a few bars again while you just get your answers. Okay. Homophonic. Okay, I'm going to give a mark to homophonic, and the first person with the correct answer was Dante here. Right, can anyone be a little bit more specific than just homophonic? That is correct. All right. In what way homophonic? because there are various versions of homophonic you can have. Simple melody with a chordal accompaniment. Yeah, I would say that. Abinoam, another entry onto the scoreboard. Abinoam. You get a point for that. Now, I need to put some hashtags because someone has actually answered this question already. Oops, that's quite a lot of hashtags, never mind. What is the structure of this piece? Now, although the answer's already come up because I haven't asked the question yet, okay, whoever answers it after those hashtags gets the points. What is the structure of the piece that you just heard? Okay, and we have a correct answer there. Harry, it is ternary form. Harry HD. Okay, so we're getting a lot of people on the scoreboard at the moment. Okay, now, a lot of you are saying ABA, which is correct as well. Should I give a point? Sophia is the first person to say ABA. It's another way of saying ternary form. So I'm going to give you that. Yes, it did have an opening section, then a contrasting middle section, and then a final section. Now, can anyone describe in what way is the middle section different from the outer sections? Okay, in what way is the middle section different? Yes, it goes into a minor key basically. All right, so that's Detective Home again, Sherlock. You're on 2 points there. Okay, good. Right, now we get to the tricky questions now. But let's do a little recheck on the scores. So those who have 1 point, this quiz is open for anyone at the moment because there's not a difference than more than 1 point between any of you. Harry, Abinoam, Michael, Jules, Sophia, and Ruby all on a point. Yeah, we're spreading the points out more this week because we've got more participants, aren't we? Okay, but on 2 points we have Detective Home, Dante Martinez, and Dennis. So you've got competition now, Dennis. You're going to have to do something to stay in the lead that you took earlier. Right, now, I'm going to play you 3 chords, 2-note chords, and I want you to name those chords. I don't want you to just name the interval number, but also describe it. So, for example, if it's a sixth, you'd have to say like a major sixth or a minor sixth, okay? And to stop any cheating, I'm going to cover my hand. So, here is the first chord. It's actually the first chord in the left hand. So, who can name that chord? Okay, we've got a major third from Ruby. Well done. Bum, bum. It's like the arpeggio, isn't it? Dum, bum, bum, bum. So, there is a major third. Okay. You're into the 2-point club now. Okay. What about this one? It's got the same bass note. Oh no, hang on a bit. So we don't get the answers confused because some people keep answering old questions to new answers or something like that. So I'm going to put some more hashtags. Hang on a second. The 2-point gang. Yeah, that's it. Hang on a second. I need to put some hashtags so we can separate the answers. Okay. Right, anyone after those hashtags giving the correct answer for this interval? That is the second chord in the left hand. There's always that pause delay. Major fourth? No. Now, Jules, I know what you mean, but Michael, correct? You have now joined the 2-point gang because there is no such thing as a major fourth. Fourths are either perfect, diminished, or augmented. You don't get perfect fourths. Sorry, you don't get major fourths or minor fourths. You only get perfect fourths. Okay, and the last chord. Are you ready? Oh, then let's put some hashtags so we can separate the answers out from one from the other. Okay. Right. And what is that chord? already know who's just joined us. Perfect fifth, Michael again. Now, either you've got a very fast internet connection or you're just really good at this. So now we have a leader. We have a new group in the competition, the 3 Point Club. And I just seen Catherine's joined us. Catherine is someone who I did a collaboration with a little while ago about some sight reading videos and the sight reading projects. So welcome, Catherine. Check out her channel if you get a chance later, because it's got some very interesting journeys through our sight reading experiences. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, saying hi. And Darren Shearer is also a new person here joining into the mix. Okay, right now that's the intervals question. I'm now going to play you a cadence, okay? And I just want you to name the cadence. Let me just get back to the right place in the chat. Okay, so where is this coming from? Oh yeah, I found it. Let's go from here. No, from there. Can I play it again? What type of cadence was that? It's a perfect cadence. So, who was the first person with that? That was Dante. So we have 2 members of the 3 Point Club. 2 members only. Okay, now this is going to get hard, because we've got to separate the men from the boys, haven't we? Or the girls from the women. All right. You need to name, in terms of like degrees of the scale, with inversions, so like chord 1, 4B, 5C, that sort of thing. These 3 chords. Now I'm going to give you a key chord. Okay, and I'm going to play you 3 chords, one at a time. Can you name these 3 chords? Oh, Harry. I've got to give Harry a point for that. In fact, I'm going to give Harry 3 points. Because he's got all 3 chords in one go. But, yeah. The first one is chord 2, 2, 5, 1. What can I say? You did all 3 in one go. So well done, Harry. Okay, that question went quicker than it was supposed to. Anyway, it doesn't matter. You get 3 points for that, Harry. Now, let's look at the scores at that point. So, Harry's got his own little club going on now. He's got 4 points. In the 3 Point Club, we have Michael, Dante. Yeah, and the 2 pointers are Ruby, Sherlock, Dennis, and Sophia, Jules, and Abinoam are on a point each. Okay, so well done, Harry. Right, now, it can all change. We've got loads of time, all right? I want you to identify the modulation at the end of this phrase. So here is another key chord. To what key did I modulate? Okay. It's not the relative minor. Okay, someone is saying A major. I'm going to give a point for A major. But can anyone say what that A major is in relative to the key we started in? So who got that A major? Sorry, that was Detective Home, wasn't it? So you've got 3 points there. Okay. Right, now let's see who actually, the dominant is, no, who said that first? Hang on, there's loads of people now. This chat goes through so quickly, and I've got to make sure I don't give the point to the wrong person, otherwise that would not be fair, would it? And we'd have a mutiny. So, the dominant, I think the first person to say was Harry again. Okay. Yep, you got a lot of correct answers there, but the first person to say dominant was Harry. Now, we have a couple of bonus questions here. All right. I want you, and there are lots of answers here, and this is where it can actually, the scores can change dramatically. I want people to suggest, after those hashtags that I've just put in the chat, some Italian terms that could describe the character of this piece. Some Italian terms that could describe the character of this piece. There's always a pause whilst people start typing, and then they come as a big flood. Brio. Okay, Jules, con brio, I would say, but I'm going to give you a point for that. Not cantabile, no, it's too, cantabile is too much more melodic and staccato. Well, yeah, I've got to agree that staccato is correct. Where are you? That's Michael said staccato, didn't you? Where are you on my scoreboard? There's so many people on this scoreboard today. Okay, dolce, not really, no. Dolce is much more subdued and gentle. Okay. Marzia. Right, I've got to give that to you. Yeah. Who said that? Detective Home. Okay. Dolce Animato. Yep, I'm going to give that point to Dante. Alla Marzia, I think you meant to say. You put all's Marzia. Allegretto. Well, Allegretto does describe... Hang on. I am trying to get through. All right, Allegretto was Tijashri. Okay, another person on the scoreboard. Tijashri. Okay, Allegretto. That actually is not quite the tempo marking here. It says moderato here, but I can accept that. Empfindung is not Italian, unfortunately. It's German. Alla Marzia. Okay, Harry, you're going to give you that. That's the correct answer. Okay. What else have we got? Facile. Yeah, it's quite basic, isn't it? Who said facile? Mihak. Yeah, I'll give you a point for that, Mihak. It's sort of a very simple style, isn't it? There's nothing overcomplicated about it. Okay, Rishabh, you've got to have moderato because it is actually on the part. So where are you? Rishabh, a point for moderato. Okay, Abinoam, Andante, no, it's a little bit faster than Andante, unfortunately. Scherzo, Darren Shearer, yes. Okay, now I've never actually had to start a new column on the score sheet. It's gone very popular today. Felice, happy, yeah, why not? Rose gold, you get a point for that. It's happy, absolutely. Con moto, Harry, yes. All right, let's see what else. We've got grazioso. Hang on a minute. As soon as I move the mouse, it just jumps. Felice con moto, grazioso. So that was Darren again. Okay. Espressivo, energico, yes. Energetically, yes, I'll give you a point for that. Not so much espressivo though. All right, andante, no. Felice, happy, yeah, why not? Point for Sophia there. Josico, I think you need to check your spelling on that. Mercato, I think that's something to do with selling and to do with money, mercato. Maybe you meant something else. Giocoso, I think we already had that one. Energico, moto, we had already. Animando, oh, we had animato, marzo. Marzo is the month of March, I think. Animato, your efforts never go unnoticed. I'm not sure what that was about. Trionfale, why not? That's an unusual one, but it's definitely acceptable. Anime is French. Veloce. Delicato, yes. Rosengold, I would say that. It's not very loud. As I said, it was only maximum dynamic of piano all the way through. Okay. Marziale, in a military style. Yes, a bit of good. And détaché, detached. Why not? Michael, where are you? There we go. So we've got a few people on 5 points. Okay. Now, do you see the scores dramatically changed? All right, I'm going to put some hashtags now. We are closing that question because we're going on to another question. But I will give you a score sheet at the moment. So we have on 1 point, we have Tejashri, Rishab, Mihak. On 2 points, we have Rosengold, Darren, Ruby, Sophia, Jules, Dennis. On 4 points, Sherlock, Detective Home, and Dante Martinez, and Abinoam. On 5 points, we have Michael. I think you come a late surge on that. But at the moment, we have Harry in the lead with 7 points. So, we have to find out if we can just knock Harry off his high stool there. Okay. Random question about a composer in history. Okay. Who built a mechanical machine designed to strengthen fingers but actually ended up damaging and injuring his hand? Not Rachmaninoff. Schumann. Yes, Detective Home. You have got the correct answer. Schumann. So you're on 5 points. Now, I did say Rachmaninoff, I don't think he had to sort of do anything to strengthen his hands or make them any bigger. I think Schumann wanted to make his hands stretch, not just strengthen, but stretch them. And he ended up doing himself an injury and ruining his hands. So, yeah. Now, someone said about my dog earlier that she's got beautiful blue eyes. Well, actually, she's got one beautiful blue eye and one brown eye. This could change. It's got nothing to do with music. What is the name for the condition where you have different coloured eyes? David Bowie was, oh, this is a musical connection. David Bowie had this. You can check it out somewhere. What is it called when you've got different coloured eyes? It's a medical condition. Yeah, David Bowie, yeah, we know, had it, but what's the name of the condition? There's a special name. Heterochromia. Well, almost spelt correctly, yes. I'm going to give you the point for that, Rosengold. Okay, so we do have a winner for today, who is Iridium. Okay, yeah, I think someone got chromatic aberration and his scoria. Heterochromia is the correct answer. Okay, Harry got 7 points today, just above the nearest rivals with 5 points. So well done, Harry. Now, as things are starting to come out of lockdown, what we're going to do from the future is time to improve vocabulary. Yes. Yeah, you've told us before you're doing Trinity Grade 1, doing this for fun. Excellent. Okay. So you're well set up for the future. But what we're going to have from next Sunday is we're going to have a members Skype hangout. Now there's a link in the description below this video for our members Skype hangout. And we're going to be doing some oral training, literal oral training, just some proper oral tests, maybe play things to each other and a bit more of a live discussion. All right. It's going to replace these pub quizzes. Okay. All right. So on a Sunday afternoon, now depending on the support, I might do them every week. If we just get 1 or 2 people joining these Skype Hangouts, then unfortunately we can't just maintain that for a weekly thing. It might become monthly. It all depends on how many people support it. All right. So there is a link in the description below this video for our members Skype Hangout, which is what we're going to be doing from next Sunday. All right. And again, if it turns out that we've got a whole crowd of people, all from different grades, then I might be able to organise on different days, different like oral training Skype Hangouts for different grades. So like a grade 8 training day, and then a grade 6 training day and a grade 3 training day, okay? So, the quizzes themselves were like let's say, a lockdown, stay-at-home sort of thing. Now, a lot of countries are starting to gradually come out of lockdown, okay? So it was a temporary thing to start off with, okay? But questions in the chat. Will there be no more quizzes? Have ABRSM stopped the old exams now? They haven't stopped the old exams, but they haven't started them up again either. All right. I've had a couple of videos out on my channel recently about the situation here, but basically what they're doing is there is going to be a new online exam, which is probably going to be the next thing available for anyone to take because there are no face-to-face exams during the pandemic. That doesn't mean there never will be in the future, but at the moment they're impossible with social distancing, etc., etc., etc. Okay, so the UK is going to have some, how can I say, online exams from August, which they say they're going to be rolling out to the rest of the world by the end of the year. We'll see how that works out, and I will keep you updated, okay? But that doesn't mean the normal face-to-face exams will never happen again. Their plan is to get them started again as soon as the epidemic has died down enough that people can start travelling again, because obviously the examiners generally come from the UK and travel to all parts of the world, and they can't really be sending people out with all these quarantine rules and borders are closed, etc., etc. But as those are relaxed, the whole thing, the system can get started again. Okay. All right. Any other questions here in the chat? Ruby ABRSM grade 8. Yeah, there's no aural on the online. Can't people cheat? Now, they haven't specified, this is a good question, they haven't specified how they're going to ask for the assessment to be sent up online. If it's a video, it'll be harder to cheat. If it's an audio, it could be easier, I suppose. That's not that something we should be trying to do anyway, okay? So I would suggest it probably be a video upload rather than an audio upload, okay? And then you may have to do some candidate ID, because do you remember at the beginning of this year, the ABRSM started a candidate ID system where you had to have some photographic ID when you went to an exam, yeah? Maybe you have to do a video with some ID. Who knows? That's one way round cheating. Okay, shall you put the cute dog near the camera to say this last goodbye in the oral quiz? Okay, well, I can try, but she's not always... Hey, lazy dog, come here. He just wants to sleep on the sofa all the time. Let's see if I can get just a shot of the sofa. Can you see a lazy dog sitting there? There, one lazy dog on the sofa. But she wants to sleep, unfortunately. There we go. So, yes, her name is Sky. I'm not sure, you must have seen that in my personal channel. I've got some few doggy videos on my personal channel. So, okay, so, yeah, I hope I can see some of you again next Sunday, but it's going to be on a Skype Hangout, okay? So as I said, there's a link in the description below, and then we can actually sort of hear each other and chat to each other rather than just talking like this. Yeah, and she responds to strings, that's correct. It's true. She was singing to someone playing a string. Was it the Flower Duet? That's right. Yeah. Okay, so anyway, I hope to see you again next Sunday, and thanks for joining us today. All right, congratulations again to Harry, and hope you all stay safe and keep well, and see you all soon.